Hi, it's Deanna from Futures Past, and today I'm going to show you an antique 1870s Victorian CDV and tintype photo album. It's made out of hardbound leather with gold leafing. It has a metal clasp in the side to keep it shut, and it's quite nice. So I'm going to open it up and show you what's inside. So the first page is very satiny. It's really nice quality thick paper. And then when I opened it up, it came with this really old embroidered ribbon inside of it. And it looks to be of the period. And a Merry Christmas to you. The first page is really nice. I really like the graphics. It's a very thick paper. And it has a gold leaf that looks almost metallic. And it actually has an original price on it of $2. So now $2 was quite a bit of money back then. During this time, people only made about 30-40 cents an hour. So you can imagine how expensive this was for a regular person to afford. It wasn't like today where you go to like Marshall's or basic stores like Kohl's or Pier 1 Imports and buy a photo album for a couple of bucks. This was like a person's, like a whole day's salary for somebody. So the first picture we have is an album photo. Almost every one of these visiting cards are albums. And it's a visiting card, and a visiting card was a card that somebody either mailed to somebody, or when they visited somebody's houses, they gave the person a picture of themselves to place into their memory book or a scrapbook or a photo album like this. And it was like a sign of like respect. Not everybody could afford photos back then. Photos were not cheap, and not everybody could have them. So when you see these photo albums from the 1870s and previous to the 1870s, these people were middle class, mainly actually upper middle class to wealthy people. As time went on, photos became much more affordable. So let me just place this better on the stand, and I'm going to show you. Let's see what we have here. So the second photo, we have this elderly gentleman. And we have this other lady. So now it looks like most of the photos in here are from the 1870s. And how can I tell? I can tell because of the hairstyles and clothing. Now that doesn't mean that some of these photos could be 1870s. They could be a decade behind that or a decade forward. And sometimes people, for example, you'll see sometimes a lot of elderly ladies wearing 1860s dresses in the 1870s. And that's because people couldn't just go out and afford clothing like we do today. Clothing was very expensive, so sometimes people had their outfits for a decade or so, and they took care of their clothing. The younger ladies were more fashionable, and so it's more likely to be of the period of the photo. But the elderly ladies were more frugal and, in a sense, not as interested in fashion as the younger ladies. So you will see an 1860s lady in the 1870s still wearing her 1860s dress sometimes. So here we have a tintype, and I like this tintype type a lot. If you look, it has a really nice background. It looks like he's on a porch of his home or inside his house. Yes, it looks like it's supposed to depict a man inside his house, and there's a window behind him. But in retrospect, it was just taken in a studio, but made to have that effect. This is really a nice picture. It's a child of about 10 years old, and she looks like she's staring off into space, like she's thinking about her life, or just, just in retrospect, just deep thinking. Now, this is a great tintype. This guy has tinted cheeks. So whoever took this photograph colored the cheeks, and it's a nice clear photo. And generally, you can tell that when you see nice clear tintypes like this, or nice clear photos, you can tell that the photographer had very, very good equipment, advanced equipment. And you don't generally see tintypes this clear. So that's a telltale sign that it was a photographer that had state-of-the-art equipment and had good lenses. Here's another beautiful tintype of a small child. Let me try to zoom in. Bear with me. My phone isn't that good. I need a new phone soon, so I apologize if the quality's not very good. This is another really nice clear tintype. And you can see the cheeks are tinted. And it has almost like a mirror-like finish to it. Now, tintypes actually aren't photos on tin. It's iron that was blackened. This is another nice tintype with a really nice scene and tinted cheeks as well. Another nice clear tintype. I think these were all taken by the same photographer, most likely. Whole families would generally go to the same photographer, and like this would be like a family excursion, and most likely they went to the same photographer on one day and had all their photos taken. I really, really, really like this image. This image is wonderful. As you can see, the lady is wearing a very fancy outfit. She has a great hat, tinted cheeks. Her jewelry is amazing. I have another tintype here. This is another wonderful image. And believe it or not, that might be a boy. Generally, you can tell the difference between young boys and girls. That girls generally had a part down the center of their hair and boys didn't. And this does look like a little boy. And boys did wear dresses when they were young. That's a nice image. And this is now, we're back to regular cabinet cards. That's a great tintype. And this is a little baby. Hold on one second. Let me try to steady my camera. And it looks like a fur. Like one big fur, like a rug made out of fur. And you see this little baby sitting on it. It's hard to video these tintypes because they're mirror-like. And the glare is very hard to avoid. Here's another tintype. A stoic-looking man with rosy cheeks. You get this stand out of the way. It's really not working. Another tintype, nice and clear. More tintypes. This album has a lot of nice tintypes in it. That's a nice image. You can see the lady's jewelry. You can see the clip in her hair. It looks like she has a pocket watch chain and nice rosy cheeks. So it's a really nice image. And these are typical outfits of the 1870s. So we have more tintypes here, another nice clear tintype. Now on the backs of some of these tintypes were engraved dates. There was no names, but there was dates. And it said like the person's age. So it would say like 10 years, 82, 10 years, 82 weeks, 1 day or something like that. And I was like blown away by how technical they were. Here's another tintype. Really nice image. That looks like a Civil War image. I'm going to take some of these cards out and look at them so I can find out more information. That's a really cool tintype. It's a little boy, and he has a shillelagh or a walking stick. This just fell out. I'll show it to you at the end. So we're nearing the end now of the album. Sorry for such a long video. But if you like Victorian photos, then I'm sure you don't mind. And this is definitely Civil War. You can tell for a fact by the outfit. And so that's the whole album. And last but not least, we have this image. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll be uploading, actually I'll try to like pull some of these cards out to show you the backs of them as well. And maybe I can find a name or two. So thanks a lot. And again, I appreciate you watching and putting up with such long videos. Take care.